Hi, my name's Allegra Acosta, and I play Molly on Marvel's Runaways.
Hi, I'm Ariela, and I play Gert Yorks on Marvel's Runaways.
I feel like I'm on Disney Channel. I should do like the whole Disney thing.
This is awesome. Kind of like a little known comic property here on Hulu, and it's got me addicted. Can you talk a little bit about the show?
The show is just about six group of different teenagers, both ethnically and just personality-wise, and they're coming together to fight against, a common foe, which is their parents, and literally saying everything that I've read, but it's true. And they're just growing up. They're teenagers. It's really grounded in reality with a little twist that we have superpowers, but they're just everyday teenagers, and they're going through life, finding themselves, learning more about themselves. It's going to be a fun ride, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it.
You're getting some dinosaur action, aren't you?
Yeah, there's a little bit of dinosaur action in there. She's a pretty cool co-star to work with, always on time. There's a lot of really I don't know how much I can say, but I can promise that you will be very fulfilled.
You won't be disappointed.
You won't be disappointed. That's the phrase we've been given.
So a little bit of a spoiler, your parents are kind of like the bad guys here. But how is that? What a complex story, right?
Yeah, it's funny because I think throughout the season you're going to be the judge. Like, people who are watching this, you're going to be the judge because parents do everything for their children. So, like, if you asked James Marsters, who plays Victor, he doesn't think he's a villain. He thinks he's doing it for the right of his own being and, everything. But if you ask a bunch of villains, they don't think they're villains. They have, a story behind it. So it's going to be throughout the season, you're going to judge whether you think the kids are right or the parents are right.
Who's right?
The kids are right.
The kids are right, duh.
What? Is that a question? That's a good question. We're right.
Can you guys describe a little bit? I know you guys are still discovering your powers. It's early in the season. Can you talk a little bit about your powers?
Can we say about our powers?
They're in the trailer.
They're in the trailer.
Yeah.
Well, Molly eyes glow, and that is initiation of her super strength, just like in the comic book. So she's the Marvel's #4 strongest woman, which I'm so honored to be playing. And she's just a badass, and you're gonna get to see her play around with some stunts and cool tricks.
And I'm a witness. Earlier you shook my hand and you almost busted it. So.
She's really that strong. You gotta be careful around this one. Just like I really have a pet dinosaur that I control with my mind.
Yes.
This is some great effects with the dinosaur. Can you guys talk a little bit about interacting with her?
Yeah.
All right.
Her.
I mean, they made this incredible puppet that is just so lifelike. They have 6 puppeteers. One is literally just controlling her eye movement and emotions, and the other one, they have someone just blowing air in and out, so you see her inhale and exhale and feel her breath. It's so real. We have to remind ourselves that this is a puppet.
Yeah.
I actually was talking to my 6-year-old nephew recently, being like, no, I have a real dinosaur, forgetting that he will absolutely believe that and go to school and tell people that dinosaurs are not extinct. And his mom had to be like, she has a real robot dinosaur. I was like, no, but it's real.
It's surreal. Just being with you're working with her, and again, you forget that she's a puppet, and she's so pure. It's just like an animal. It's just like when you touch your dog, you're just like, oh my God, I love you so much, and they're just so genuinely true, and that's so amazing how they can replicate that on a puppet. It's just mind-blowing. They did such a good job.
Personally, I think we should stop talking about her because she's going to want a big pay raise for season 2.
Not season 1, but season 2, it all changes.
Did this cause you guys to run and get the comics of these characters and read up more about them?
Definitely. I was so interested once I found out what I was doing. So I went to the comic book with my mom and dad and my sister, and we got all 4 volumes, and I fell in love with the first one. It was so inspiring, and the Adrian Alfona is such a great artist. Oh my God, so colorful and so just like today, modern and how we do everything. It's so incredible. And then I started reading volume 2, and I cut it because I wanted to focus on volume 1.
Yeah, I was the same. I'd kind of known about the Runaways for a minute, but I hadn't read anything about it. It's just I used to do extensive research on any Marvel character I could eventually play. And so this was an option. There was no Latina character initially, so it was kind of in the back of my mind, but I always really liked them. And then the second I saw what I was working on, I went and I bought it, and I read the first volume 10 times, and then the second one, a certain character leaves, and then it was just, what's the point of continuing?
No, that was the first comic book I've ever read because I initially loved all Marvel movies, and that was my jam, Marvel movies and TV shows with me and my dad. But then I never really got into the comics, and once I read Marvels, I was like, what other comics are there to explore and to binge?
So now that you're introduced into the comic world, is there any particular character you would like to hang out with in the show?
Baby Groot. Baby Groot, I'm here and I'm ready to snuggle with you. He's so cute. Just like Baby Groot, not Teenage Groot. Teenage Groot gets on my nerves a little bit. But Baby Groot is so cute and tiny, and then I would just fight with him, and it would be amazing. Or Scarlet the Witch. Scarlet Witch, sorry. So cool.
Well, I personally just dream of a Gert York's Iron Man banter.
Ooh.
Like, could you imagine me and Robert Downey Jr. going at it? That'd be awesome. Also, Spider-Man, I think, like Tom Holland.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, because there are some great interactions in the comic book between the Runaways and Spider-Man, and I think he'd blend into the teenage